Hey everybody, welcome back to Astronaut Lounge. I'm Poppa Stonks, and today we've got BlockPortal. BlockPortal is a Web3 social trading app with a utility token that governs the whole ecosystem. Today we've got the CEO with us, John. If you want to give yourself a brief introduction, tell us about your history in the space and why you created this project.
Hey, by the way, it's PB speaking. Also, I just want to quickly introduce, there's part of, I guess, team member who's also present in the chat. His name is PJ. He's been helping us out with marketing, and he'll be helping us out with marketing in the near future as well. So just want to give a shout out to PJ if you're in here. He'll be doing a little bit of talking if
Awesome.
possible.
Awesome.
Hey, PJ.
PJ, if you're here. Go.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, guys? What's up, X?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, I had to swap over to my laptop so I could talk. But yeah, no, appreciate the introduction, PV. Yeah, I'm gonna be marketing BlockPortal. I'm very select on the projects that I work on. PV, he's an amazing owner. I mean, I don't know if he's told you too much about himself, but he's all in onto this project. He's very hungry. I mean, literally just working on this thing full time. Very small team, but now these guys have been developing for probably 6 to 8 months, and yeah, I'm gonna be doing my best to market this, and just bring the right investors to really build the floor, and from there, yeah, just push it really hard.
Awesome, man.
Yeah,
Awesome.
thanks for that, PJ.
Yeah, no
quick
problem.
little introduction. I've been in this space for about 2 years, 2.5 years now. I guess almost 3 years now. And I worked with some meme tokens initially, but later on, because of my technical background, I wanted to do a real project. Quick little research in the space realized, there's a huge need for a platform where, users can come together. There's not really a niche platform for Web3 or crypto users. So I wanted to create that. I wanted to develop a big project, right? Every person out there is trying to mimic a swap or mimic a launch pad or something like that. But I really wanted to see where there's a need, where there's a great demand. So I think a need would be to create a platform where crypto and Web3 communities can come together, but not only come together, equip them with the right tools, the Web3 tools and services that will really, help them. Otherwise, Twitter and Telegram are doing just fine. So our platform is going to be based on completely Web3. You don't need a phone number, you don't need an email. You simply log in or sign up using your wallet. Currently, there isn't a platform out there, which is good enough, I guess, to provide texting, chatting, logging in, creating groups, and trading your tokens at the same time for all blockchains, if not all the main blockchains. So that's what we're developing. We already have our trading aspect live. Let me quickly share my screen. So yeah, as you guys can see on the screen, that this is our version 1 of our platform. So you can see there's a BSC token, there's an Ethereum token. So you can search for BSC and Ethereum tokens, and you can see their charts live. You can see all their market cap, LP, data, all the token information that you would usually see. And also we have a swap option. You can swap your tokens, both Ethereum and BSC, right off the bat here. You can just connect your wallet. And it's version 1. It has nice little day mode and night mode. So this was the version 1. So later on, what we're gonna have is we're gonna have a chatting feature here as well. So users will be able to log in, sign up using your wallets. They'll be able to create one-on-one chats, just like on Telegram, and they'll be able to create group chats, just like on Telegram, and they'll have dedicated channels for anyone who is a caller or just want to have a channel to post content. We'll also have a profile option where you can develop your own profile and post statuses and post pictures and videos, sort of like Twitter. So it's going to be an all-in-one space. social media aspect where you can create profiles, post content, create groups, create communities, and we're going to also allow you to trade tokens at the same time. So you never have to leave the app. Right now, if you're on Telegram, somebody sends you a link, somebody sends you a contract, you have to copy the contract, go on different screeners like Dex Tools or Dex Screener or other ones, and always be switching back and forth. And this way, you don't have to. Not only that, if you happen to find a contract and you don't have TG for it or anything else, on our application, every single contract, every single token is going to have a pre-built chat beside it. So you're never far away from a community for a token, even if you're not able to find them. That's a short little neat, I guess, description of what the platform is. But yeah, I'll let Poppa go ahead and ask more questions so we can get more details.
Yeah, man. Thank you. And I didn't expect to see the PV account here. I thought it was like perma jailed. So
No, I
wasn't
can be in
too
the
sure.
VCs. Yeah, for sure. That's one of the things
All
about
right.
Telegram. This whole Telegram ban nonsense. We also want to get rid of that.
Yeah, definitely. But at the same time, I think sometimes having some kind of restrictions on, spammers and stuff like that, can be beneficial. Um,
Of course.
but again, being Web3 and decentralized, I don't think that would even play a part in Block Portal.
There
So
has to be some measures in place. You can't have people going around spamming everyone and just disturbing them and doing illegal activities. There will be obviously some sort of restrictions in place, but nothing as stringent as Telegram, where we're trying to run our businesses here. Real projects need to approach callers. Real project needs to approach cold call people, and you can't do that if you're getting banned every single second, right? And you're stuck for 10 days, 20 days sometimes, and you just can't run your projects, which is your business. So we're going to develop our platform having that in mind, that most crypto community is very guerrilla in nature. They like to cold call a lot of people, contact a lot of people all the time. So we'll engineer the restrictions in a way where it helps both parties.
yeah, okay. And how is that going to work? How is when people report, are you going to have access to look into the messages or the history of the
Yeah,
person
so
being
so
reported?
so we're not going to, obviously we're not thinking about having access to anyone's history because that nobody would want that. So we're going to have end-to-end encryption. What we're thinking about doing is anytime somebody reports, it'll take a very short screenshot of that moment in time of that conversation for us to quickly review. And if that little screenshot shows anything that's malicious, then yes, that person gets banned. And if it's not malicious, it's an false report, then the person doesn't get banned. And if it's somewhat of a middle ground, then we can do like a temporary ban with an ability to unban yourself early. We'll have other measures in place. I just can't go in detail just yet because we're
Okay.
still working on it.
Yeah. All right. So looking at this chart, man, obviously that's Block Portal chart, and I see, the past couple days, you guys have been on a little bounce, rebound
Yeah,
here
yeah,
from hitting that floor. So now,
yeah. We
are you
we we
able?
were. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, no, we were just kind of on the floor for a little bit because we were a little busy with the development side of things, so we didn't really feel comfortable promoting something. Because I'm a believer that I need to develop my product, have something to show for before I can start marketing it.
Hmm.
So as now we're getting really close to the beta version, I guess you can call it V2. So we're going to have a new version coming out soon. It's going to have completely different UI. It won't look anything like this. It'll have the chatting option and group chats and also the trading option will be a little tweaked. So it'll look better in my opinion. And yeah, so until that comes out, you're gonna be able to see this. But yeah, we were just working on it. That's why we didn't try to push it too much. Now that we're very close to finishing it, we try to ramp up the marketing again, so people are coming in, and we just got the right people in this time to really kick us off.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, I see, you brought in some marketing and somebody to take the lead on that, which is awesome. Um, uh, Now, as far as the charts go, um, are there any tools on the charts? Like, can I, use any tools or like Fibonacci or anything like that, kind of like trading view?
Yeah, so this is your traditional trading view chart. So you're gonna get access to every single tool that you would get access to on your normal trading view or any other text screener out there. Um, so yeah, you'll have access to all tools, and you can also click on My Trades to see your trades when you sold tokens.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure you
Um,
could just go to the settings and mess around with it, and if you go into the side here, you get all your tools to
there they
draw.
are.
So you get everything you need. You forecast, your lines, whatever you need.
Okay. And so, how does the token tie into this? How is the token used for governance?
So we're gonna obviously in the future we're gonna have multiple features within the platform. We're gonna have gaming. We're gonna have different options within chat, different options for trading. So we're gonna have what do you call it? We're gonna have limit trading as well for tokens. So you're gonna be able to place limit orders, buy and sell orders. One of the issues these days is most of the screeners don't have limit buys and limit sells. So if it's getting really late, you know how volatile token industry is. You go away for a couple hours and the token has gone 100x or token has gone down to the bottom, right? So it's really tough for token traders um, to live their lives because they don't have an option to limit trade and limit buy. I mean, I'm sure there are some platforms out there, but they make it extremely hard, or they just simply don't have an option for Ethereum. So we're gonna have limit buy and limit sells as well, where if it's 1 in the morning, you want to go to bed, and you think the project is a little volatile, so put a limit sell, and then wake up to some profits, hopefully.
I got a
So
question.
yeah.
How do we know you're going to deliver on the utilities that you say you will? Most
Hey,
projects, they pump the
Hussein,
coin and then they don't even
Hus
deliver on the utility.
Hussein, can you wait till the
Yo,
end till I open it up for questions, please?
I bet.
Thanks.
Sure. Yeah, I'll answer that as well. So yeah, how our token is going to integrate is all these little features we're going to have, especially within the gaming side of things. You're going to need to hold our token to access those premium features. Within gaming, you might get extra chances to win a game, or within trading, you'll get some extra features like stop loss and whatnot. So limit order is probably going to be open to everybody, but something even more advanced like stop loss is going to be probably a premium feature. And just within the group chats and channels and and just your one-on-one chats, you're going to meet some other cool options that are going to be premium feature. Then you're going to have to hold BlockPortal token to be able to access those premium features.
All right. Yeah. I mean, Pancake Swap has limit orders now, but there is no stop loss. So
Yeah.
having a stop loss on there would definitely be hugely beneficial for the regular shitcoin trader.
Yeah. So we're thinking about having it for Ethereum as well, right? So and later on we're gonna have other chains, Polygon and all the other chains. So and a lot of other swaps, not just Pancake Swap. So we're gonna have like a universal limit order system set up with our database.
Now, is there an extra fee added on to the swap? I mean, are you just pulling API from PancakeSwap and Uniswap? Uh, And are you adding any extra fee onto that that goes back
No,
to the
no,
holder?
we're not charging any fees, and these are not APIs from PancakeSwap or Uniswap. These are directly from blockchain contracts. It's well, I guess you can say it's PancakeSwap, of course, because that's where the swap is.
That's where
But
it's pulling
it's yeah,
liquidity from, yeah.
yeah, exactly. But it's directed to the contract that is directly on the blockchain. So it's using your normal ERC20 contract call functions. So
Okay. So, but there, so no extra fees.
no,
Um,
no, 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 no extra fees.
how do you, I mean, I know that you've got money into this, you've got time into this, and as being part of the platform, um, you know, how are you planning on generating revenue
Yeah, so we're
from
gonna
this
be
utility?
Yeah, we're gonna have multiple revenue streams. So we're gonna have ad revenues. So we're gonna allow projects to post their ads, and we're gonna charge premium for this because the nature of this platform it's not just a you know go on there to trade platform. It's gonna be a social media platform, chatting platform. So we're expected to see tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of users eventually down the road, maybe a year, 2 years down the road, and to be able to market your project where you have 100,000, 500,000 active users watching it, we're gonna charge premium for our ads. So that's gonna be one of the ad revenue. We're gonna take money from the gaming side of things. So some of the play to earn games or one versus one games, we're gonna obviously take a cut from the winnings. And from the chatting feature, there's going to be a lot of premium options, some paid options, some premium subscription models. So we're gonna charge money from there as
Okay. And from these revenue streams, um, just a general idea, how much of that revenue is going to go back to the token holders themselves, and how much is going to go towards future development and marketing?
well. Majority of it, I can't put a specific number on it in terms of percentage. But it all depends on the business model. Initially, obviously, you put majority of your earnings back into the project, and I can't really put a number to it because I don't know how complex the business model is going to get. But from I guess a personal point of view, I would want to put majority of it back into the project in whatever way possible to make sure it grows. And
Okay.
if it goes back into the project, and the token is obviously related to it, then the token will also be promoted. Because of course we're going to have to get it all on different exchanges and wherever BlockPortal goes, BPTL goes with it.
Okay. And like, what kind of is there going to be a specific token amount that people need to hold, or is going to be like a dollar amount in the token to get these premium? Uh,
We're gonna do a dynamic calculation for those because of course we can ask people to hold a specific amount of tokens. Because if we do that, then if the token price goes up, then it's unfair because somebody get it for cheaper, somebody get it for really expensive. So we're gonna do a dynamic count that it has to be worth a certain amount or below, and as long as you hold that much, you should be able to get in.
and so if the price is the price of the token is to drop, um, they would essentially have to top up to meet the minimum requirements, right?
No, no, we can't allow our users to buy over and over again. That's just not fair. If they are genuine enough to buy it one time, then that's it. If you're a member, then you're a member. You wouldn't have to top up over and over again. So it just doesn't make sense, right? That's like
Right.
buying a product from buying a car. Then 2 years down the road, say car value has gone up a lot, so come pay us more. Doesn't make sense. Once you buy a product, you own it. So once you buy a membership subscription, then you're part of it. Of
Yeah,
course,
that
if
definitely
it's
makes sense. Just there are a lot of projects out there that will do that. Say, okay, well, you have to hold a minimum of this dollar amount, and
yeah.
the token price is going down, and they have to keep buying to keep using the utility.
Yeah, no, it really depends. Again, as I mentioned, our business model will expand and business model will get very complex, of course. But um, i- if it's a one-time subscription, then of course we're not going to ask you to buy more again. But if it's an ongoing subscription where you have to pay every month or every week, depends on what we do again, then we have some wiggle room to change things up, right? To make sure our
Yeah,
our dollars are coming in to the prediction.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And so is most of this money from the revenue, at least initially, is going to be going towards development. Um, do you plan on having any going into buybacks? Or are you going to have staking that you could fill staking pools with buybacks to reward some of the holders? Or
Um, I don't know, right? I don't know. In terms of buying back, uh, it really depends on what the purpose of buyback is, right? Um, of course, for as an investor, you would want as people to buy your stock, right? You want somebody to buy back. They don't care who buys back as long as the chart goes up so they can sell and make profits, right? But as a company point of view, you really have to consider the reason why you're buying back. If you're buying back just to get a lot of supply for future purposes, then yes, we could buy back. But if your buyback, the sole purpose of your buyback is to simply put some green on the chart, I think that's a waste of your money. It could be utilized elsewhere to bring green on the chart and have um, overall exposure to your project. So if I do $50,000 of buyback and put crazy green on the chart, sure, investors are happy, right? Because their investment has gone up. But let's just say 100 people know about my project and 100 people are invested, and tomorrow I buy back for 50,000. Yes, I have a huge green on my chart, but I still have 100 people invested and 100 people know about my project. And now I have wasted $50,000 to put some green on the chart. Or else I could use those 50,000 to get a list on exchange, and now 10,000 people know about my project, and potentially they'll put a lot of green on the chart. So it really depends on, when and why I do a buyback. But
Mhm.
if it's simply to put green on the chart, I think the money is better utilized elsewhere.
Now, speaking of getting listed on exchanges, do you have a percentage of the supply allocated, held back for that?
Yeah. We have about 40% supply in reserves for future listings and strategic partnerships.
And is that held in a multi-sig? Is it locked up?
It is
Where
locked up. I'm not sure if it's unlocked right now. Uh, I have to go check the locker time, but it is locked up. But I think we wanted to make sure that it's not locked for too long, because what's the point of it, right?
right?
We want to get listed 2 weeks from now and it's locked for 4 months, that's kind of stupid. So we're locking it for a short amount of times just because people like to FUD, just because they don't understand or trust the project enough in short term.
Hmm.
But I can understand that once we show that we've been around for 6 months, we've been around for a year, 2 years, at that point there's absolutely no reason to doubt a project. And at that point we don't really need to lock anything because people already trust us. But I understand when the project is new, it's a couple weeks old, people don't really trust. The space has been very sketchy, and so we
Yeah.
locked it up just to make people happy. But there's no point, there's no reason to lock tokens.
No, no, I completely understand, and I agree. Locking something up for a long period of time is pointless because
Yep,
then you can't use it. Um,
exactly.
that's why I was going to say, as the community grows and trust grows, they see these utilities coming out. They see the benefit to holding the token. Um, I think maybe it would be best, instead of locking it, to just hold it in a multi-sig. Uh, you have three people on there, no one person, has access to rug the liquidity, to drain the liquidity with the 40% supply.
Yeah,
They see those tokens getting used for what they're supposed to be used for.
exactly.
And so with those 40% of tokens, you're going to have the P2E games and stuff. You can have gaming on there.
Yeah,
Any
so
percentage?
I want to have a gaming section. So and gaming games that are fun for users, the games that are not just going to sit around, right? So games that are interactive, games that allow users to make money. Um, so we're gonna focus more on player versus player instead of play to earn, because player versus player just is better, right? Because you're just it's better for the player because there's no, I guess, um, bad bad feelings towards the project, because when you do play some sort of play to earn game where you earn from the project if you win, and if you lose money to the project. Eventually, people start hating the project because they think it's rigged or something. I've played some games where I lost money to the project in a play to earn game, and I just ended up thinking that the project is rugging because it's rigged its games to win. So if we do player versus player games, then if player one wins, then that's fine. If player two wins, then it's still fine. The project doesn't take any heat for that, and then also the project can earn from that in a very neutral way. So we're gonna have more focus on player versus player games. Have a really nice gaming section, and we're gonna make sure these games are integratable within the chats as well. So maybe if you're in a group chat with 100 people and you don't want to leave the chat, you just want to play a quick game with your friends in that group, we're gonna allow users to integrate the games within the chats.
Oh, that's awesome. I like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, the games that we have here in chat. You've got to go outside of the chat. You click the link or whatever, and it takes you somewhere else, and you're not able to, you know, take part in the chat while you're playing the game.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So
so lots of cool features.
do you, how about like maybe gambling? Um,
Mhm.
have you thought about getting a gaming license to where people can bet on things
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
platform?
So getting a gambling license, especially because this company is going to be out of Canada,
Mhm.
there is a lot of legalities behind it. So the way the law goes, I don't know about states, but in Canada, the way the law goes is uh, if you're betting money, well, again, if it's a player versus player game, that's still considered gambling and betting, right? But
Yeah.
the way the law goes is if you're betting and the game requires strategy. For example, it requires some sort of skill, then it's not considered betting and gambling anymore. It's considered a skilled game. Then that falls under skilled gaming, and then you don't need some sort of license for it. Um, so if you play a game that is like chess, then that falls under skilled game. You need to have some sort of skill to be able to play the game. Then that doesn't fall under gambling. So we can have player versus player chess games where player one and player two both pool in half an ETH, and the winner takes it all. And then we're gonna
Nice.
have multiple games where it's skill based, not pure luck based. So we can avoid the whole licensing and other stuff. But eventually, if we get a license for gambling, we can definitely have poker and we can have your blackjacks and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I just watched a whole room full of people going full Degen playing Crash the other night. It was pretty funny. Um, but uh, you're gonna have P2P uh, trading. How is that gonna be monetized for the project? Is there gonna be a fee on transactions or some kind of escrow service?
Sorry, I don't think I understand your question. Can you elaborate?
I thought I saw on the website where it said P2P trading, person to person, people can buy or sell crypto to each other. Pretty sure I saw that. Or
You
am
mean
I just completely?
send crypto? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if the entire website says P2P anywhere. But yeah, like we're going to have ability for people to send crypto to each other. So, for example, user one is talking to user A, like having a conversation, and one user says, "Hey, could you send me like one BNB or half an ETH or whatever?" And then so user can simply just use the send feature and send them crypto instantly. They don't need to ask for a wallet. They don't need to go to MetaMask. They don't need to do any of that. I just simply send money to you, and you'll receive it, and you'll get a notification for it. So you're gonna be able to try, send crypto to each other. And later on down the road, it's gonna become obviously more advanced. So you're gonna be able to send major coins as well. Right now, we're just gonna be able to send tokens like BNBs and Ethereums.
Okay. All right. And is there going to be any way to monetize that for the project?
Yeah. We're gonna try obviously charge a very small fee on crypto transfers, but obviously a very small fee. And we don't expect to make a whole lot out of it until we have a large user base and a huge volume of crypto being transferred. But again, we're gonna charge a small fee, but yeah, we're gonna find a way to monetize as well. But we can't charge a huge fee because it's just simply a crypto transfer. I don't want to send you 100
Right.
BNBs and you only get about 95. That's not cool. So we're gonna charge a very small fee. Maybe if you send 100 BNBs, you'll get 99.9 or something like that. But over hundreds and thousands of trades or transfers, we can earn some significant amount. But I think most of our earnings will come from ad revenue and some other features.
And how are people going to be paying for the ad revenue? Are they going to be buying tokens to pay for the ad revenue, or are they going to be paying in stables or ETH or
Yeah, they
BNB?
could they could, but we're gonna give them option for both. We're gonna give them an option. So we're gonna incentivize our token, obviously. So what we're gonna do is if you're a BPTL holder, you're gonna get discounts on ads. So that's incentive for them to buy BPTL. But we cannot force them because I realize that any barrier will cause users to turn down the service. So if a user comes on to run an ad, and next thing you know, we're forcing them to buy BPTL, they might get a little turned off and go, you know what, I don't know, it's too much process. So to acquire a client, acquire a customer, we have to make sure there's as little barrier as possible, as little steps as possible. So we're not going to force them to buy BPTL, but we're going to incentivize them by offering discounts on ads if they hold BBTL. But yeah, they're going to be able to pay using Ethereum, BNB, your stables. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Forcing people to pay in the token or to hold the token to use it is definitely turning away business. Um, and it causes, if people are strictly paying in the token, that's not really bringing in any revenue for the platform without having to sell those tokens on the chart. Now,
Exactly.
if somebody was to pay in tokens, maybe or half and half, um, what would you do with those tokens? Would those just go back into rewarding users somehow, or would they have to be sold on the chart to fund things? Did
Hello?
I cut out there? Did I cut out?
You got cut off. Sorry, what'd you say?
So if say somebody was to pay, if you did like a hybrid, somebody paid half and half, and in the token itself and ETH for some ad space, what what would you do with those tokens afterwards? Would they go towards rewarding holders, rewarding users of the platform, or would they need to be sold to further develop?
Um, I think are you saying that the user will have to buy BPTL and then send us BPTL to be able to post ads? 'Cause that's
Or
not
if
how
they're
we.
already no, or if they are already holders and they want to pay in BPTL for ad space. Um,
Yeah, I don't think that's how we're probably going to do it. We're probably going to just have them hold BPTL and still pay about I would say 80 to 90% of the ad fee in ETH or stable. So as I mentioned, we're probably going to do something where we incentivize them to buy our token. We can't force them. So the incentives would be discounts. So they'll have to buy our token to put up volume on the chart, and then they get discount on the ad. They don't actually send us any BPTL.
okay, so you won't accept BPTL as payment for any ad.
No, I don't think we would want to do that. We would want users to hold our token and buy our token. Um, because if we start getting all the token supply, then we could probably just burn it. But we don't want to hold all the supply. We want it to go to users, and then they can do what they want with it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. If somebody was to pay in BPTL, you could turn around and reward the users with it. You wouldn't have to, you wouldn't have to sell it. You just reward the users with it, in the games or for activity or even staking. Do you plan on having staking at some point?
I'm not sure because the whole staking laws that are coming these days, we'll have to think about staking. But as of now, we don't have staking currently in place.
Okay. Um, what about maybe NFTs to
Yeah,
like a lifetime pass for
yeah.
the
So
platform?
we're thinking about that. So in future, we're going to obviously do some sort of implementation with zero knowledge and soulbound NFTs.
Okay. And with the raise from those NFTs, I know this is still hypothetical, but if you were to do a raise and mint these NFTs, what would be done with the funds? Uh, would that go towards development? Would some go into buying and maybe burning the token?
Sorry, could you repeat that again?
If you were to do this NFT mint, if you were to do a raise with the NFTs and potentially people have access to the platform through that, um, would the funds go towards development? Would some go towards buying and burning the token? Um, instead of say if somebody didn't want to hold tokens and they just wanted to get access through an NFT, somebody coming from the outside that hey they heard they can go and they can gamble playing chess on this platform. They can play against their friends on this platform, gambling, playing chess, but they need to hold, they need to hold this pass, this call it a lifetime subscription NFT.
Yeah. And your question is, what would we do with the money we get?
Yes.
Well, it really depends on how far we are in the project, right? And what our needs are. And if our needs at that point are in development, then we're going to use it for development. If our needs are for marketing and exposure, then we're going to use it there. And if we think we can afford to benefit the holders by doing buybacks or something else, then that's what we'll do. It really depends on where we are in time, right? I can't really give you a concrete answer as to exactly what we'll do with it.
Okay.
Right. If
So
if
it's
if at that point our
flexible.
greatest needs, exactly, it really depends on what the project needs. If our funding comes in and our project is in great need for marketing and exposure, then that's what we're gonna do. And if we're getting great PO and we don't really need to do that, then we'll try to use the money for, and let's just say we have 10 new features that we need to implement within the next 3 months and we're short on staff and we need to hire more developers, then that's where the money's going to go. It really depends on where we are and what our needs are at that point.
Yeah, sure. So what is, let's talk about what is your burn rate right now?
We're not burning. We haven't burned any tokens.
No,
What-
not burn rate on the tokens. I'm talking
Oh,
about how much overhead. Your burn rate for funds monthly.
Oh, right now?
Yes.
So we don't really want to discuss because these are internal costs. But I would say most of the money that we're making right now is being used up on development, and we need some more on top of that. So let's just say 100% of our revenue is being burnt.
So how do we know the team isn't
Hey.
pocketing the money and instead using it for development?
Okay.
Hassan,
well,
I'm
now
so
you're
sorry,
just
but
muted. Now you're just muted, man, and you don't get to ask your question. Ask in chat.
no, we'll let
Don't
him
do
ask
that again.
questions. We'll just
Oh, he
let
can
him
ask,
afterwards.
but he can wait till the end when I tell him he can.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so
We don't play that here.
that's okay. It's okay. He's busy here, but no worries. But yeah, like right now, all the money that's coming in is going towards development. We have 2 devs that are working full time. So yeah, all of our money is being spent there.
All right, and I think I'll just ask Hussein's question. I'm pretty sure where he was getting at is how are you going to keep this transparent as to where the funds are going and what is,
Well,
if it's funds coming in from taxes or revenue, the platform, how is it kept transparent to the holders?
well, first of all the wallets are going to be on the blockchain, so that's accessible to anybody. In terms of expenditure and spending, I don't know how companies do it. Some companies reveal their expense reports at the end of the year. Some companies don't. It really depends. Maybe by the end of the year we can release some sort of expense report and an earning report. So we can do that, or we can choose not to do that. But most likely we'll do that. Because I know these days, especially because of the law, they're asked to reveal how much they're earning and reporting their income, and so we'll probably do like an annual release.
Okay, so in
I got a
crypto,
question.
man, hang on. I will allow you to ask questions at the end. Please,
And I will answer every single one of your
again.
questions.
Yes, please don't do this again, or I will mute everybody one by one. So, yeah, with that said, okay, yeah. Man, it just threw me off, man. I'm sorry. Where were we at? Okay,
You
yeah.
were talking about your burn
reporting.
rate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Reporting. Yeah. So reporting the revenue and expenditures. So you said annually. In crypto, a year is like more than a lifetime.
Yeah.
So have you thought about maybe doing it like quarterly instead?
Yeah, we could probably do that. It's just we're not as established yet to be doing reports and our whole thing. But right now everything is on the blockchain. You know, anybody that got questions, they can ask us. Internally, we know. So we were spending anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 per month on our developers. We obviously haven't earned that much yet, so we're running short on a little bit of funds. But that's why we're talking to some angels and VCs to raise some more funds to continue the development.
Okay. And how are these VCs going to be compensated? Going to be reimbursed? Are they getting token
Equity.
allocation?
No, they're gonna get company equity. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what has the company been valuated at?
We haven't gone through the whole procedure yet. We're not finished there. So we're still in the process of our fundraising.
Okay. So you
Valuation,
haven't.
we're still in the process of getting valuation for the project.
All right. And how much equity are you looking to give up? Say like a total.
I don't know. The fucking owner of this place is a fuck.
What was that?
Wow. I don't know. I've never had this. I've never had this happen before. I've never had this problem. Nobody's ever done this to me.
Yeah, they had a Gempad logo, but that's okay. I'm not sure what that was.
I don't either. These are new people I haven't had in here before. So I don't know if they followed you over or what.
No. Yeah.
They all just joined.
I
So
yeah, that also threw me off. What were we talking about just now? Oh yeah, VC. What percentage are they getting? Well, it really depends on what round of a raise we're in. If we're in pre-seed, we're in seed, you know, first round, second round. So right now we're in pre-seed round, so obviously valuation is going to be a bit lower, and percentages are going to be a little higher. But once we get to, you know, seed round and first and second rounds, we're going to dilute their valuation. Oh, sorry, their percentage. So it all depends on what the agreement is between the investor and us, whatever's the term sheet. So I'm not willing to give anything more than 25%. It really depends on how much they're willing to invest. If they want to put in $4 or $5 million, then maybe they can get a decent chunk. But if they're only investing like 100, 200K, 300K, then probably 10% or below.
okay. So what is the max that you are willing to you know of the what's the max percentage of the company that you are willing to give up for equity?
It depends on how much they're funding, right? As I mentioned, if they're funding $10 million, then I could give up more equity. If they're funding $50 million, then they can get more equity. If they're funding $1 billion,
But at some
then
point,
they can they can keep the whole company,
or at some
right?
point, you're right. At some point, they're buying the whole company. So you
Exactly.
know,
So,
but then
yeah.
if they buy the company, how does that benefit the holders? How does
Well,
that make them, you know? Because I mean, if they buy the company, they can just do away with the token altogether. You know what I mean? They can just do whatever they want with it.
yeah.
So
Well, then at that
as a
point, I
token,
guess at that point, I don't have much say to it. That's how companies work. If somebody buys your company, then that they own the company, then they make the calls, right? At that point, I don't have any say because I don't own the company anymore. And if they buy more than 50% of the company, then again, I don't have much say in the company because I'm not a major stakeholder. So it depends on the percentage and how much they're.
well, would you consider the token holders as stakeholders? Has any of their um, what's the taxes on the token itself?
4 and 4.
4 and 4. Now, how much of that's gone into development?
All of it.
All of it. All right. So, and essentially, the token holders are the owners of the company because they
Um,
are provide. Well, I mean, I know you have provided funds yourself. You've self-funded a lot, but their
yeah.
tax money has gone into development of the platform. And if somebody is to come in and buy that platform, how much how much of that is gonna go to the token holders?
Yeah, well, again, those we haven't crunched those numbers yet, right? It depends on the valuation, depends on the economics of the token, how much token is involved in the project. But usually, I think what you're thinking in terms of stocks, where a company's stock is the company's uh, share, right? And that's not how it is for crypto. You know, BBTL is not the
No,
share
I
of
get that.
BlockPortal. So
No,
even
no,
if stock,
I get that.
yeah.
But their the revenue from the taxes of the token itself, which is the investors' funds. I mean, I consider all taxes from tokens
Yeah, so
investors' funds.
again, as I said, like it depends on how much capital we raise. If we raise $10 million from VCs and we've only made 10 grand from taxes, then they get, you know, the proportionate percentage, I guess, right? So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess
No, I'm
that
not
answers your
saying. Yeah,
question.
no, I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I was kind of speaking, because there's no cap on the amount that a VC and potentially they could come in and just buy the whole thing. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, yeah, I guess. But VCs usually don't buy out your company. It's
No,
usually
no, they
companies
don't.
that buy out your company. Yeah.
Right? No, they
So
don't. But I was
yeah.
speaking hypothetically because there's no cap on it. So
Yeah, yeah, no cap, but you know, that's extremely unlikely a VC would buy out your company. And for another company to buy our company, you'd have to be in the market, revenue positive for at least, you know, a couple of years and proven yourself. So I don't think we have anything to worry about that for the next couple of years. But when that comes, times will be different, holders will be different, and numbers will
yeah,
be different.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
All right. So token itself is bouncing off the floor. It's looking good. Taxes are 4.4. It's on ERC. The platform itself is in the alpha version where you can go on there and trade on BSC or ETH and chart. The beta version where you can chat is coming out, I believe, I think somebody said tomorrow.
No, no, it's not coming out tomorrow. It's
Okay.
very close to being
I
coming
didn't
out.
think
Maybe
so.
I would,
Yeah.
yeah, I would give it a week or two before it comes out. We still have to do beta test runs, and I'm sure you're going to be in the beta test group as well. So it's not
Yeah.
coming out tomorrow, but it is coming out very, very soon. Um, yeah.
Yeah, somebody said in chat, I don't know why they said tomorrow. Um,
In our
'Cause I
chat
know,
or your chat?
no, in this chat, that's, so I don't know who where they were getting their info from. Because as far as I knew, I was supposed to be part of the chat group. So
No, yeah, definitely gonna add you to the beta test group.
yeah, and pretty excited to see this because I wouldn't mind having another chat over there, especially one that we could play games and just kind of have fun and hang out and trade. Uh,
Yeah, so as I
so
mentioned, what we're developing a platform that is for crypto specific people only. That doesn't mean only crypto people can come in. You know, even if you're not trading, you can still be on board. The whole industry, the whole tech world, especially, is moving towards Web3, wallet-based logins and wallet-based signups. So not too long from now, you're going to see Twitter. You're going to be able to log in using your wallet. Facebook and all these Google, you're going to be able to log in using your wallet. It's just a matter of time. We're coming in a little early, obviously, but we're not really competing with any of the tech majors. We're trying to create our own platform. We're trying to create our own community. So this will be one of few crypto, I guess, tailored platforms. So the community here will be mostly crypto based, Web3 based, and as we grow further and further, you know, you'll have Solidity and specifically tech related communities as well. And then it'll just be a full ecosystem, just like your Telegram, just like your Discord, but crypto. you're going to be able to do everything that you currently do all in one platform. So it really just makes sense for all your communities to move to BlockPortal. If not move, at least also join BlockPortal. So as you're on Telegram, you're also on BlockPortal. And eventually, once you see how easy we'll make everything, you might just want to use that all together and do Telegram and Twitter on the side as well. But of
Yeah,
course, it takes
and
time. Yeah, go ahead.
I believe, didn't you say, I could host an AMA here and it would be streamed in Block Portal as well?
I don't know if you're gonna take streams directly from Telegram and post them there, but we're gonna have video calls and audio calls and group AMA streaming there as well. So you're gonna be able to host your AMAs on BlockPortal. And
This lounge is shit.
Man. All right, hang on. Let's just mute everybody. All right, you go ahead and keep talking, man. I'm just going to mute everybody one by one here. And then I will ban them after.
yeah, yeah, it's all good. So yeah, that's that.
All right, so is there anything you say we haven't touched on so far?
I don't know. So I guess I'll do a quick rundown, and you tell me if there's something we haven't touched. So we're gonna have a fully integrated Web3 platform that's gonna be able to, people are gonna be able to create communities, chat, group chats, channels. They're gonna be able to trade tokens at the same time. Users gonna be able to send crypto to each other instantaneously. There's going to be a gaming section and a marketplace. I don't think we talked about a marketplace. So we're going to have a Web3 marketplace as well. So Web3 marketplace will have any Web3 services and goods. So your NFTs, if you want to put them up there. If you're a developer, if you're a blockchain developer, and you can hire blockchain developers from there. If you're a graphic designer, if you're a website designer, if you are a UI UX designer, if you are a Solidity developer, you want to be able to create tokens, your whole 9 yards. So we're gonna have people, and we're gonna be able to offer goods and services.
Okay, awesome. Now, that marketplace, are just anybody going to be able to list NFTs and stuff on there, or is it going to be selective?
NFTs, yeah, I guess anybody can list NFTs. But in terms of talent, you're gonna have to apply to be listed on there as a talent. You're gonna have to obviously get verified, show us your degrees, show us your work experience, and then if we think you're approved, then we can list you as somebody people can hire.
All right, awesome. I'm going to open it up for questions now. If anybody has a question, a legit question, raise your hand. If I have already muted you.
Yeah. I guess it's time for what's his name? Hussein to come in.
Hussein, you can
Yeah,
you can speak now.
My question has been answered, so it's all good.
Cool, man.
Okay.
Looking forward to the project. Great utility. Looking forward to using it.
Cool.
All right, thanks, man. And yeah, next time, wait until the end, until you're asked to ask a question.
Now you're just being rude, mate. Now you're just being rude.
Not really, no.
Listen, I think you need to calm down. You need to calm down, okay?
All right, let's mute him and move on.
I did. All right. Does anybody else have a question? All right. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I actually do.
Yeah, I think this person named EXHS, he also had a question. Let's unmute everybody and let him ask.
Miss JH, go ahead and ask your question.
Mine was about the marketplace because I don't think it was touched on. What exactly is going to be in the marketplace?
So the marketplace, it's going to be Web3 tools and services, goods and services. So if you have a
What's up, People
So
are
if
just going
you
crazy today.
if if you have I guess if you have a cool idea in mind for a crypto project and you just don't know who to hire and what to hire and what tools you'll need to develop that, we'll have developers, we'll have consultants, we'll have I guess designers, everything in place to for you to hire and basically bring your idea to fruition. So let's just say you want to open up a, I don't know, a token project and then have staking utility, but you don't know how to do staking or you don't know how to create a token, then you can just go to BlockPortal Marketplace and browse through talents who can help you do that. So that would
Okay,
be one
thank
of the
you.
features. Yeah. And then if you have a project but you really don't have graphics for it, then you can just hire some graphic designers from there. And if you have that, if you don't have a website made, you can hire website designers and website builders, and then other stuff as well. We'll think about how to populate the marketplace. There can be lots of things you can sell.
Did that answer the question to stage?
It did. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, somebody mentioned, somebody advised us not to unmute the person named EXHS, so let's not unmute him. Keep him muted.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I've got a question.
Okay, what's your question, man?
Why is the name BlockPortal?
Why did he choose the name BlockPortal?
Yeah.
Because that's the name we came up with. It's a portal to your blockchain needs.
There you go. That's the way I was
Amazing, thanks.
looking at it. That's the way I was looking at it. Makes sense.
Okay, so do we have more questions?
We've got Hussein again. Hussein, I'm going to unmute you if you have an actual question. Okay, go ahead, man.
Let's not fight. Let's not fight in the AMA, please.
It's all good. It's all good. I've not got any questions.
Okay, well, you had your hand up, so I thought maybe you had a question. All right. Does anybody else have any questions?
Pija, do you have
BlockPortal?
any comments to make as to what's coming in the store in terms of token and where the token is going to be going in the short term and the long term? Of course, I have given my vision and what we want to do, but maybe as a marketing lead, you can give your 2 cents as well.
Yeah, I mean, for something like BlockPortal, once it's fully ready, a lot of the things that we're going to be doing is guerrilla marketing, just really focused on getting, the link for BlockPortal route to replace Deck Screener, on these, biggest buy bots and stuff like that. So it's really just to get as many project owners to really utilize our links and yeah, it's all it really is just, creating awareness. So it's really what's, going to be done is just, just a lot of guerrilla marketing for something like this.
Oh, I have a quick question.
Yep.
What's up, Jonathan?
Oh, yeah, like what you said about the venture capitalists. Also, are you guys going to be doing like commercial ad space in your platform? Like,
yeah,
going after big companies just to have so that people can see everyday type of companies in your platform that could add extra income to you guys.
Yeah, of course. It's going to be open to all, and 100%.
I think the utility is awesome. This token actually is a real deal here, and anybody who can see the potential in this. I mean, you're combining multiple developments, into one. You got Telegram, you got Dex tools, you got games, you got everything. I mean, if you don't see the potential now, good luck trying to buy when it's at like a $5 million market cap.
Yeah, exactly.
This would be the greatest time to get in right now.
Yeah, we've barely started our marketing. So far has been sort of organic, word of mouth, and it's only a matter of time when we started marketing. Based on the utility that this is, the type of project this is, a lot of the meme projects have their run and then they die off, and then it's really hard to push them. This is a tech project, a legitimate software project, and this only goes up from here as the user base grows. People realize the seriousness of the project. Bigger and larger investors just come in, and eventually it gets to the point where it gets very expensive to buy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
just look at this. Like, if you have two eyeballs and a brain, just look. You can trade. You got your tools. You have your tokens you can follow. You can search them. You can talk in here. You could play games and whatever else could happen in the future. I mean, like, why would I want to go scroll through 10, 12 different tabs on multiple browsers and going back between my TG and my DEX tools? And I mean, it makes sense to me here. I'm in already,
Yeah,
so like I'm all in for this project. It makes sense at the end of the day, unlike some other bullshit that comes out in Telegram. I mean, not Telegram, but in the crypto space.
yeah, exactly. I mean, just in terms of, so as I've been sharing my screen, this is our V1 DApp, as you can see. Hussein earlier asked questions, how do you know that we're going to be building or not? Well, we've already built. This is a fully functional screener right here on the share screen. You can search for tokens, you can trade, you can check your wallet balances, connect wallet, everything is here. And the good part about our screener is what Tyler just mentioned is all your tokens are listed on the side. So whatever you search, for example, I search for Pepe or whatever, and when I search it, it'll just be listed here as one of the tokens. And then you can quickly browse between your tokens in just one tab. You don't have to have a million tabs open for your million tokens you're buying.
And you can
And
pin it too, right? You can pin your favorites.
yeah, exactly. You can pin your favorite tokens to the top, so there's a pin option. So if you got 50
And then
tokens listed, you don't have to scroll through your favorite ones. You can just pin them to the top.
yeah, that's
and then the
awesome.
biggest thing is the
I've
stop loss. The
I've
stop
got
loss,
another
that's
question,
huge.
guys.
The stop loss thing is huge. Like being able to trade when you're sleeping, have those set up like you do. I trade on the Schwab on the exchange, U.S. exchange, and I have my options there. I can stop my loss or I can sell when I want to. And most crypto programs, they don't have that. Then you could find them. I mean, I could find one, but it's usually built by someone who's a dev or something like that, for the most part. But to have it here, where this could be more of a commercialized product here, and to have that option in there would be definitely like a catalyst for this type of project.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely. No, and
Yo,
everything,
PV,
everything. Go ahead and ask the question, man.
is there gonna be something like inbuilt sniper bot in your platform?
No, I don't think so.
You can, you'll have to come back to TG to use Maestro, sir.
Yeah, but sniping is borderline illegal in most countries, I believe. So we're not really gonna dabble with
It's,
that.
it's okay to break the laws.
It's okay, but it's also
You'll
not
be
okay
fine.
to go to jail.
It's
Um,
decentralized, so it's common. No one would know.
Well, it
No,
just
it's
depends.
okay.
It depends on how you're using. It depends on how you're using
Yeah.
using the
No, it
bots
really it
itself.
really depends. Like as a company, we're choosing not to have sniper bots. It's
Right.
not even about legalities, to be quite honest with you. Sniping is something that's really looked down upon for most people, and obviously a lot of people love it. But we're gonna have very fast raids. We're just not gonna have snipers, unfortunately.
I think it's a good thing. We don't
Yeah.
want a million snipers.
Yeah, that's
No.
actually smart, especially your reasoning behind it.
Yeah. No. I mean, there's the different bots can be used differently. Some people trade with Maestro, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they're sniping. Now, sniping from the mempool or something like that, on the first block or something, when liquidity is added, that's the snipe.
Yeah,
Then you've got
and
the mev bots that are sandwiching and front running people. Those are the type of bots, the snipers that you don't you don't want to see. But somebody buying with a Maestro or something, at a higher market cap, that's not considered a snipe.
Yeah.
It's
So
just
yeah,
using a
exactly.
tool.
Yeah, for faster buys.
Yes.
And one more thing, we're going to be developing developer tools, and people are going to be able to create bots for BlockPortal as well, just like people are able to create bots for Telegram. That's obviously going to happen down the road. And then obviously, if you want to create a sniper bot, that's up to you. But we're as a company are not going to provide you with sniper bots.
Yep. So
Are you
there
guys
you
going to
go.
be regulated?
What?
When what?
Is it going to be a regulated platform?
I'm not sure what you said. Can
Did
you
you
repeat?
say when is it going to be updated?
Spectated?
No, we're regulated. If it's gonna be a regulated platform.
Regulated?
Yeah, regulated.
I
Okay,
think
yeah.
we kind of
Well, to some extent, yes. Every
touched on that.
platform,
Yeah.
every platform has to be regulated. It can't just be a wild, wild west, right? Even Telegram, known for it being sort of wild, wild west, is regulated to some degree. So yeah, of course, there has to be some sort of regulation in place, but we're not going to infringe anyone's privacy, in the name of regulation. So, you're going to have 100% privacy, but of course, some regulations will be in place. We're gonna have some measures in place so there's not bots on the platform. Of course, you can't stop all the bots, but we'll have some bot measures in place where anybody who's trying to use a lot of bots will end up paying a lot of money. So they'll go broke using bots.
Amazing.
And that's that goes for the people that are trying to spam DMs and stuff like that, or bot TGs. I get a million DMs every day. Do I need real members for my AMAs for $20, 100 people or some shit? No. That stuff definitely, I'd say, needs regulated.
Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna have bot regulations. So good luck botting groups on BlockPortal. That's all.
Nice. I love that. I love that because that's one thing. And some people, they don't think anything's wrong with it. Like some of these channels, they will, bot their own channels and everything to make it look like they have a lot of followers. But in reality, you go and look at them, half of them are bots, just bot accounts. Half of them are deleted accounts.
Yeah.
You can scroll through
Right.
mine. You're not going to find it.
Is there anybody else who has any questions? Feel free. I'd love to answer any. Throw me some wild questions. There's a lot of people unmuted, muted. Maybe they want to
Okay.
talk.
Here, they can put their hands up if anybody has any questions. And you are muted. Put your hands up. Okay, so here we'll just throw this question out there. What makes your token not a security?
What makes our token not a security? Because our token is going to be integrated within our platform, which will make it have a use case. So according to the laws, I guess we already talked about this with Poppa Stonks. According to the law,
I know.
as long as your token is integrated within a platform, it's considered a utility token. Then it's not a security anymore. So it doesn't really fall under SEC laws or any security laws.
100%. No, I know we talked about this, and
yeah,
figured I'd throw that question out there for everybody else.
Yeah.
So yeah, if nobody else has any questions,
have you guys got a white paper to read?
Sorry, what?
Have you guys got a white
Yes.
paper or something
We
to
have
some reading?
we haven't launched our white paper just yet, because
Yeah,
most of our information is on our website. But yeah,
yeah.
we were thinking about launching an official white paper as along with the new DApp that's going to be coming out. So yeah,
Alright.
it'll come out all together. But
Yeah, speaking of like white papers, and have you thought about kind of launching some Medium um, articles and stuff, and
I think we have a Medium
getting
post
something that you
that
can
came out. Yeah, it's
just
pinned
getting
in the
something
inner
that
group.
you can share around
Yeah, it's
regular
pinned.
regular updates?
Oh, regular. Yeah. We can definitely do that. So as I mentioned, we were kind of focused on development for a few
Mhm.
weeks. So now that development is coming in nicely, we're going to be updating, making different articles, and doing more marketing. So it will be a lot
Yeah,
more active.
definitely. Yeah, I think Medium is actually becoming a decent place to market. Um, these articles where you can have these followers, and you got something that you can share around and shill. Uh, so a lot of big projects are putting Medium articles out all the time,
Yeah, that's right.
even if it's not even about the project. It's just about crypto education, stuff like that. Um, it gets the name out there, it gets the BlockPortal name out there.
Nope, that's right. Yeah, so we're gonna do the whole thing. We're gonna actually be hiring a professional team, just a matter of time, and then well, all I'll say is a lot of things are coming. So
Awesome. I mean, I look forward to seeing where this goes, and getting on the platform, and you know getting to do the beta test on the chatting and everything else.
sounds good.
Uh, so, with if nobody else has any other questions, just want to encourage everybody to go and check out the website, the TG, hit all the socials. Um, I've got links. You got the links right here: Twitter, the web, the TG right here in the post. And my kids are about to get off the bus, so I am going to wrap this up. This has been an awesome AMA with BlockPortal. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Um, and do you have any closing statements that you want to give real quick, PB?
Yeah, so for everybody in the AMA, you should think about investing in BlockPortal. This is one of the only few legitimate projects that are happening this year. So this is a long-term project. The rewards can be, parabolic in the long term. So definitely check out our project, read into it, and consider investing in it long term.
100%, man. I definitely will be myself. So everybody else, hope you heard all the answers you were looking for, heard all the questions that you wanted to ask. Um, and please, if you have any other questions, you can always ask them in the chat. But thank you guys for coming. I'm going to stop the recording now.